The last part of the process is about the re-evaluation. So starting from the gathering the information and add it up into the re-evaluation, the process again starts, because once you have re-evaluated, you have to move to again gather the information and then move forward. So re-evaluation is the key. It is the re-evaluation of goods. It is the re-evaluation of the brands. It is the re-evaluation of a particular product category. It is a re-evaluation of a particular size. It is a re-evaluation of particular packaging. It is a re-evaluation of pricing. It is a re-evaluation of services. It is a re-evaluation of after-sale services. So everything and anything has to be discussed here once we talk about the re-evaluation. Even the whole merchandising procedure has to be re-evaluated. Either we have opted properly things about the negotiations, about the concluding purchases, about gathering the information, about selecting the sources of supply. So all steps in the process, the whole merchandising process has to be re-evaluated. And then, because as I discussed earlier, the first part, as was the gathering the information, was the very important part. The same case is the last part, which is also the key, because if you are going to reevaluate properly, of course, you will be able to have the good input to the system. And once you are able to give the good input to the system, the whole merchandising procedure and the whole product feedback about the product or services will be favorable for the retailer. And normally what happens, that the more better feedback you get, the more critical feedback you share every year, the whole process keeps on improving. If the whole process keeps on improving, it gives benefit ultimately to the retailer, and of course it grows to the supplier also, to the vendor also, because vendor will also learn with the passage of time. For example, countries like Pakistan, where once there was no modern trade or very less modern trade into the country, then the people were unaware of this barcoding, of this sorting process. They were only able, you were getting the products which were not sorted properly, they were not properly quality checks. So with the help of the retailers, their supplier growth program or supplier development programs has really enabled suppliers also to grow themselves. So supplier grow at the end of the day, the retailer grow at the end of the day, and the customer will get benefit in the whole process. So objective of the retailer to get the information, to select the source of supply, negotiate it well, conclude purchase, receive these products through warehouse, set the mechanism for reordering, and then ultimately you can have the discussion on the reordering. You have the discussion about the reevaluation of the whole process, which has to be done properly and accurately so that system gets the best information to move forward.